I think we can all agree that the Pelicans had a pretty successful season in 2022. Making the playoffs and pushing the 1 seed to 6 games without your most, exciting player going into the year in Zion Williamson, that's definitely a success. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? The Pelicans elimination rebuild coming at you guys. They lost in 6 to the Suns. It could have been in less games if Booker doesn't get hurt, but either way, pushing to the 1 seed to 6 games without Zion Williamson, that's a 2 thumbs up for me. And the Pelicans, I thought were just doomed in the beginning of the year because they started off horribly, and I think just maybe the demise this season and just, I guess, a lot of people predicted them to at least be in the play-in tournament or the playoffs, and the Lakers and Blazers, and them falling out of the play-in tournament really allowed the Pelicans to take advantage of that. And I think the Pelicans are definitely going to be at least in the play-in tournament hunt. Like, the Western Conference we know is competitive. Like, the Warriors will be back, the Grizzlies, the Suns. You could say the Mavericks, and then you could sprinkle in the Lakers. Maybe the Blazers will be better. The Nuggets will be healthier. Who knows if the Jazz will blow it up. But if this team is healthy, looking on it, it's pretty good because you got Zion Williamson, who was incredible as a rookie and in his sophomore season. Unfortunately, we didn't see him at all this year. CJ McCollum, who they got at the deadline for not really the worst deal in the world. Yeah, they kind of lost their pick in it, but hey, they made the playoffs, so who cares? And McCollum will be able to help them next year. Brandon Ingram, I think maybe an 86 overall is a crime to Brandon Ingram because you could say that he's the best player on this team, and I would say an underrated player throughout the league. Jonas Valanciunas had a great season this year for the Pels, and him and B.I. were really the backbones to this team even making the playoffs from the start. Herb Jones showed out to be one of the best picks from the 2021 draft and will be on an all-rookie team. We'll see about Jackson Hayes in his future here. He's got one more year from the same draft class as Zion. We'll see if we're going to bring him back. And for Devontae Graham, I was not a fan of this sign and trade in the offseason. I don't know why they didn't just keep Lonzo Ball. He's a million times better than Devontae Graham. It is what it is. Trey Murphy, I'm excited to see him play more next year when he could really be used when Zion's out there because, hey, he can splice the floor at a great level. Larry Nance was a good pickup as a backup big in that McCollum trade. Jose Alvarado played great as kind of a defensive-minded point guard, I would say, in the playoffs. Somebody is not going to be a starter, but hey, Patrick Beverley, Gary Payton, guard, defensive role off the bench, I can get with that. And then I guess another notable name to mention is Kyra Lewis, who will be coming back from an ACL injury. I was so high on Kyra Lewis out of Alabama in the 2020 draft. I really like that pick for the Pelicans, but he's just not been great so far, and then the injuries obviously haven't helped. But hey, I think this team is definitely going in the right direction. They have a good amount of draft capital as the Miami Heat win it all. A battle of the Flames in the final game in the Heat and the Suns. But yeah, the Pelicans got good draft capital from the Drew Holiday trade, from the Anthony Davis trade. I think Willie Green's a good head coach. The only thing this team would just look so much better with Lonzo Ball on it. I really don't know why they let him walk. Maybe there was just I don't know, he didn't want to come back, but hey, you could have gotten something better in a sign and trade because you could have matched any deal he got out there. So I believe we're going to get that 8th pick. I will trade override for it because I believe it is top 10 protected in meaning it will stay to the Pelicans because of the whole, Bledsoe deal from last year where the Pelicans traded down, got off those contracts. Grizzlies traded up to take Zaire. Pelicans traded down technically to get Trey Murphy. So let's simulate this. And of course, it drops to 10, of course. So I believe we will be getting that pick. Okay, yeah, so the Pelicans do get this pick. The only way they don't get it if it falls to 11, which is a 0.4% chance in real life. Good thing it didn't happen here. So we almost missed out on it. We get the 10th overall pick. Let's go. All right, so we have the 10th overall pick. Now, this is what our coaching is looking like, the position, and Willie Green. I like him as a head coach. Coming from that Monty Williams tree, I think he'll be here for a long time. I would like to win a championship with him because I've been firing a lot of coaches lately. And I think I like this team a lot. I feel like eventually maybe Valanciunas won't be here as a starting center if we want a more defensive-minded one, and we definitely need to upgrade at the point guard position. I don't know why McCollum would be listed as a point guard. He goes to, okay. I don't know. He's going to be my point guard or he's going to be my shooting guard. So, yeah, Devontae Graham is not going to be the long-term point guard. I remember my last Pelicans rebuild, I think I traded for Malcolm Brogdon, and I got him in the Timberwolves one, so I will not be drafting or trading for him at all today. So if we take a look at the mock drafts, Jalen Duren, I would be very happy with that at 10. I think that would be a great pick because then we wouldn't need to feel the pressure to re-sign Jackson Hayes, and he can maybe be the successor of Jonas Valanciunas. 2K has us selecting J.D. Davison. Another Alabama point guard after Kyra Lewis? I don't know. And Hamiaka is probably not going to happen. So let's see. Number 1 overall pick. The New York Knicks won the lottery. And they traded it. Oh my goodness. They traded the number 1 pick. To who? Oh, for Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. Guess it's a complete rebuild there. But hey, you got Chet and Scotty Barnes in Toronto as the Knicks get Siakam as a center. Banchero goes 2 to the Magic. Jabari Smith goes 3. Kennedy Chandler rises up some boards and goes 4. Pistons are trading the 5th overall pick for... Okay. Why would the Thunder do that? They take J.D. Davis at... Well, Jaden Ivey's there. And there goes Jalen Duren. So we're not getting him. There goes Jaden Ivey, Nikola Jovic, and then Benedict Mathurin. Okay, another player that I would have loved to have taken. So I'm going to definitely make my selection. Keegan Murray still on the board. AJ Griffin, though, still on the board. Ty Washington, we do need another point guard. You know what? Normally I would go AJ Griffin, but hey, we have plenty of Duke forwards in Zion and Ingram. Let's take Ty Washington and see if we can develop him to being our point guard for the future, maybe. And with the 47th pick, we took Justin Lewis out of Marquette. So we are going to sign both these players to, I was going to say to SEC, but what, Marquette's in the, oh boy, why do I want to say Marquette's in the are they in the Big East? I could be completely wrong on that, but we're going to bring in Ty Washington to probably fight for that starting point guard spot. I kind of want to trade Devontae Graham now and go with Alvarado and Ty as the starting point guards or the point guard rotation. So we're not going to land anybody here. I think I need Devontae Graham to up his trade value next year if I want to get anything for him because he's got 3 years left. I don't think a team's trading for that. All right, so we're going to trade Jackson Hayes to the Thunder for their 2023 lottery protected first round pick from the Miami Heat. So that is going to be in most likely the late 20s next year as they just won the NBA Finals. They need some big man depth, and I don't think I was going to pay Hayes next year, so we might as well get something for him. And he wasn't really going to play a whole lot on this team either. So taking a look at player progression, McCollum, Valanciunas. How does Herb Jones regress? He's 23. Oh boy, that is going to be a negative contract and a half. And we also have Kira Lewis still. So maybe I should have drafted like a backup center. That would have been way too high to take Mark Williams. All right, actually just looking at our upcoming draft picks now. So we have swap best with the Lakers. That is kind of nice. And then next year we also have that with the Bucks too. So like our draft capital position is amazing. And it sucks because looking at this team, I got to play... I guess I can deal with the 10-man rotation. All right, so it's going to look like this for a little bit. Yeah, there might be a midseason trade, so we'll be on the lookout for that. It'll be Graham, McCollum, Ingram, Williamson, and then Valanciunas in the starting 5 with a bench of Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance Jr., and Ty Washington. We'll see what happens with Kira Lewis once he's back from his injury. We're 3.5-star balanced. Willie Green is perimeter-centric. We'll stick with that. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. And 2K does like the Pelicans sometimes in the sim, so let's hope we're a top 6 seed. Yeah, what can I say? 2K loves the Pelicans. I felt like I've built better teams and different teams that I previously rebuilt, but hey, I'm not complaining right now. This will be a nice, stressful rebuild, at least when it comes to my seeding at the end of the regular season. We get nobody on an All-NBA team. Okay, I'd like to see Zion there next year. And we got nobody on the all defensive teams, unfortunately. 2 former Pelicans here, and Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis making second team. And wow, no all rookie teams. Well, I guess Ty didn't really play that much. But we are the 1 team taking on the Spurs in round 1, who have added Jabari Smith and Yusuf Nurkic to their team, as well as Ricky Rubio. Taking a look at the player stats, Ingram was our leading scorer, which I'm happy with. I like to see him getting that respect still. 66% true shooting. Stud. A nice 50-40-90 season for Brandon Ingram. Zion, pretty good stuff. 23-10. Oh my God, 10 rebounds a night from Zion. Let's go. McCollum was pretty good. I mean, he shot 41% from 3, so I can't complain. He's still got 1 more year on this pretty massive deal that he got when he was extended in Portland. $35 million a year next year. It's a lot, but it's not the end of the world because we already have like our 2 top players locked up. I mean, Ingram's locked up and Zion will be since he's restricted. Valanciunas, though, wanted an extension, but it was for 3 years, $13 million a piece. I don't know. I didn't trust giving him 3 years at that AAV. I'll see if I can maybe get him on a 2-year deal in free agency. Trey Murphy, though, what a step up for him. Love to see that. Why is Herb Jones listed as a shooting guard? Huh? Did I just realize that? Yeah, let's move him to a small forward where he goes up to at least an 80. Did Devontae Graham help his trade value? Not really. Not really. I mean, I'll see if a team would want him. Like, I'd let it give him up for the Mr. Relevant pick because I'd rather play Ty as their starting point guard next year. Jose Alvarado was not bad. His efficiency went up this year, which I'm happy with. Nance wasn't a bad backup big. I re-signed him on a minimum deal. And Kira Lewis just didn't play this year, unfortunately. Maybe I could package him and Graham and at least get something in return. So for the playoffs, who am I going to bump out of the rotation? I guess it will be, unfortunately, Washington, even though I would love to see him getting playoff minutes. You know what? I'm going to be dumb. I'm going to be so dumb. And I'm going to start Alvarado in the playoffs. And I'm going to give Washington minutes and not play Devontae Graham. I'd rather just give Washington the experience. Let's go 26 to these two. 29 there. 36 to Zion. 36 to Ingram. And we'll go 4 more to Alvarado. All right, so let's see what happens against the Spurs in round 1, in which we win in 5. The good old gentleman sweep there. Win by 18 here in game 5. In round 1, Brandon Ingram led us in scoring with 22.5 points. McCollum and Valanciunas 17 apiece. How many points did Zion have? 20. Okay, so hey, wait, did I also see that Ty played well off the bench? 13.5 points? Let's go. 50, 40, 90 shooting. Alvarado, 8 assists. That's maybe better than what Devontae Graham would have done. Holy crap, that is just a sunk cost. I can't believe he's got that 4-year deal. So can we beat Minnesota? We can, and we advance to the conference finals to take on the Jazz. Where was this Jazz luck when I rebuilt them? Oh my god, I don't have to face Memphis in the conference finals or Golden State. That's a dream come true. And Zion went off. 30 and 12 in that series. Holy crap. Alvarado kind of cooled off maybe a little bit, but his efficiency went up. I think we're chilling. So we got the Jazz here in the conference finals who added Draymond Green. I mean, yeah, that's going to help your defense, having arguably the 2 best defenders in the NBA on your team in your front court. Will that be... I have no words. Where was this luck in my Jazz rebuild? And of course we lose to the Jazz. You know what? I know that we'll be back because we have Zion, we have Ingram. 2K loves Zion. I know we're gonna be back, but like out of all teams, the Jazz beat us as a 6th seed. Usually it's Memphis or it's Golden State or maybe Phoenix, but the Jazz? 2K never gives the Jazz the benefit of the doubt in the simulation. Zion and Ingram played well. Maybe McCollum shot 42 from the field. What did he shoot from 3? 40 from 3 though. I'm trying to see who really didn't play all that well. Maybe Trey Murphy. Yeah, he struggled. He still shot 40 from 3. Yeah, so I think Alvarado and Washington will be our point guard duo next year. So I'm hoping if I can attach the Jazz win it all. But as I was saying, if I can attach Lewis to Graham, I'll be able to get off that contract because Graham is still an enticing asset. And I think we can still have room to upgrade at center, and McCollum ain't getting any younger. So we're going to have some draft lottery luck here. As I believe the Grizzlies got they wouldn't get this Lakers pick. I think that turns into 2 seconds, which we don't have to worry about. So let's see where this Lakers pick ends up for us. All right, so let's see if we get the 6th pick or we move into the top 4. We do not. So now we have 6 and 18. Not sure where 18 is from. I guess it'd be from, Miami. So that was actually great that Miami, we get the pick this year. I mean, they might be worse next year, but we get the pick this year, and it's not a bad first-round pick. It's within the top 20. The Lakers get our pick at 28. All right, so there's a plethora of guys that I would like there at picks. What do we have? Pick 6, right? Yeah, so Anthony Black, I don't know, but that's who they have mocked. I'm looking at maybe a center or a shooting guard. Nick Smith, Amari Bailey will be at the top of my list. Derek Lively, I think, will also be at the top of my list. So one of those 2 I will be very happy with. I don't think I'm going to make any trades at the moment. Actually, can I move Kyra Lewis right now? I can't. So I'm not going to move Graham until after I can move Lewis. We're going to trade Billy Hernangomez to the Bucks for 2 future second-round picks. All right, so let's start the 2023 NBA draft. We know Wembanyama's going 1. Keontae George goes 2. That would have been an amazing pick if he fell to us. Number 3 is Asor Thompson. Okay, yeah, point guards can go off the board. Oh, damn it. There goes Amari Bailey. Okay, don't take... Dariq Whitehead, one of the top-ranked guys, is still there. We could go on Rondo Baycott. No, I don't really want to take a small forward because he could technically play the 2 after McCollum. We could go Amani Bates, but no, I'm going to go Derek Lively here because Nance is getting older. I don't know if I'm going to pay Jonas Valanciunas, so let's go with maybe Valanciunas' successor down the line. Another Duke player, I know, right? Joining Ingram and Zion in the starting 5. Imagine if I drafted AJ Griffin last year. But remember, we do have the 18th overall pick as well. Baycott is still here. 2K has him... What? As the number 1 ranked player, do I just draft Baycott as well? I mean, he could just take Nance's minutes. Honestly, I never take Armando Baycott. Shout out to my Tar Heels. Derek Lively, 80 overall. Holy crap, let's go. That's a top 3 player in this class. Baycott is a 76. Yeah, there was 4 80s? Yeah, we got one of them at 6. I'll take it. Team player options. Murphy coming back. Alvarado definitely coming back. Kyra Lewis gonna pick that up, but we'll probably trade him. Justin Lewis going to pick it up. Najee Marshall going to let walk. So before we even get into qualifying offers, into a team that could use some point guard help, the Washington Wizards, I think I'm just going to acquire their 2027 first-round pick, just another pick added to our collection. We're kind of like the poor man's thunder, but honestly, we have a decent amount of first-round capital for the future, and we clear up $17 million with this trade. So yeah, we have 3 potential firsts in 2024, 2 in 2025, only 1 in 26, but now we have 2 in 2027. And yes, we're going to extend Zion the qualifying offer. I would have signed him at the midseason mark, so let's get that out of the way. He's got 10 different offers. We're going to pay him, and I've noticed we do not have bird rights on Valanciunas, but he hasn't gotten a deal yet. Thunder are going to pay Zion. Yeah, okay, I'm matching it. Just monitoring the center market. We're not going to be able to afford Jokic, so Let's just keep simulating. Valanciunas hasn't gotten a deal yet, but now that Jokic is probably signed, let's see. Everyone's going to transition their desire to Kristaps, really just the Pacers and the Pistons. Vucevic has a deal. Valanciunas doesn't have a deal. I think we could be in the market for a 1-year return. Do we have bird rights? We do. Let's do a 2-year deal. Not going to fully guarantee next year, but we're going to pay him more than the market value. But he might not get next year's deal. But $20 million this year, it's pretty good Valanciunas. So we are going to sign him to that. Derek Lively will come off the bench. So yeah, I'm excited for the Alvarado-Washington kind of combo. I can see both getting like 25 minutes a night. We'll have McCollum there. Then we got Ingram, Jones, Murphy all getting minutes. Zion, Nance I might play Baycott over him, honestly. Maybe I'm biased though. You know, I like UNC more than I did Wyoming. So yeah, McCollum regresses. Can't say these two will be back next year. So that's why I kind of want to win now. All right, so let's figure out our 2023-24 rotation. I'm liking this rebuild so far right now. And I think, like, even if Washington doesn't work out, like, we have a plethora of draft picks to go out and trade for a point guard. And, like, we still have these two top scorers. So it'll be interesting if Valanciunas and or McCollum will be back next year. All right, so this is going to be the starting five for the regular season. Ty, McCollum, Ingram, Zion, and Valanciunas with a bench of Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones, Derek Lively, and Armando Baycott. So Lewis and Nance will not be cracking it. For the playoffs, I'm sure I'll probably kick Bacon out of the rotation. Under Willie Green, perimeter centric, is still 3 stars, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, let's see how this year goes, and we'll see if we're back as the 1 seed in the West. All right, so we ended up as the 2 seed in the Western Conference, a little bit worse than last year, but hey, maybe this will result in a better side of the bracket, as Ty in his sophomore year gets most improved. I mean, he did play a lot more this year. Efficiency went down, but obviously had a higher, I was going to say usage rate. Huh? How does he have a lesser, okay. Maybe that just usage rate goes by like possessions or touches per possessions or something like that. And maybe he had a higher usage last year coming off the bench in his, 10 or so minutes. So do we get Zion an All-NBA team? Come on, that'd be pretty sweet. Not on the first two and not on any of them. As Siakam, though, gets All-NBA 13 for the Knicks. Or is this in my Raptors rebuild, Pascal? And we pretty much got nothing, which is kind of a shame. So Warriors over there and Memphis over there. So you know what? I am perfectly fine with our bracket placement here in the playoffs, as Zion led the way with 22 points, Ingram with 20. McCollum was willing to re-sign. He only was going to take a 3-year deal worth about $17 million a year. He had a great season. He might get more than that in the offseason. So we'll see if we're going to bring him back. Trey Murphy, another good year from him. I don't really think he would crack the rotation next year because I wouldn't make Ingram or Zion the shooting guard if he were to walk. Valanciunas was good to an extent. Probably will be his last year as our center. I don't know if we're going to give the keys to Derek Lively, but we might next year. Herbert Jones, great bench piece. I signed him to a 2-year extension last year. Alvarado gave him a 2-year extension as well. Would like for that field goal percentage to go up a little bit. Baycott, not a bad year, but yeah, Valanciunas walks. He would be, I guess, next to the line as the backup center next year. So for the playoffs, I am not going to play Baycott. So we have about 11 minutes extra to use. I think I would like to go maybe 28 to Valanciunas. Go 35 to Zion and Ingram. We'll go 33 to McCollum and 1 more to Ty. System proficiency, still 3 stars. Damn. All right, so let's see what happens against the Denver Nuggets, who have Jaden Hardy. They're starting Zeke Naji. We really should beat that team. That should be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep at the worst, and we sweep them. Ingram led the way in that series, and we had 4 20-point per game scores. Holy crap, is this the Ty Washington coming out party? 50, 40, 90 series for him. 20 and 8, 4 rebounds as well. Holy crap. We had 8 guys in double figures. That's insane. How many points did we average a night against them? 146. What? That is insane. How many? Let's go game by game. We scored 154 in game 4, 153 in game 1, 140 in game 2, and 140 in game 3. That is just absurd. All right, Portland. Let's see what can happen. The CJ McCollum revenge series. They have Rudy Gobert now. They got Anthony Simon starting point guard. Where's Dame? Did they trade Dame? Oh, wow. Did they trade Dame for Rudy Gobert? Well, that is an interesting one. Holy crap. I've never seen something like that before in 2K. All right, so we should beat this Blazers team, but does Rudy Gobert own the Pelicans? Let's find out. And oh my God, he almost did. Oh, we won in 7. Holy crap. We blew him out in game 7. McCollum 36 against his former team. It was 1-0, 2-0 them. And then we tied up 2-2. We go up 3-2. They force the game 7, and then we win game 7. Oh, we have the Warriors in the conference finals. So Ingram in that series averaged 28. McCollum with 20. Zion with only under 20 points a night. What's going on, Zion? Yeah, Ty came back down to earth a little bit. He was pretty inefficient. So was Herb Jones and Jose Alvarado. Boy, the bench and Ty were pretty brutal in that series. All right, so here we go. We got Curry, Poole, Derek Whitehead. He fell to the Warriors. And oh, he's a stud. Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody, so no more Clay. Not sure who they would have traded Clay for unless he was traded for the 7th overall pick. That could have definitely happened. Game 1, we do pick up the victory. We blow them out, so come on. We should be able to do this all series long. They do win Game 2 by 3. Come on, they barely beat the Spurs in round 1. Let's win Game 3. Thank you. Win by 7. Good defensive game from us. Game 4, let's go. We go up 3-1. We win in overtime. McCollum drops 40 points in 40 minutes. He remembers the 2019 conference finals. Zion with 39 and 39. Murphy almost had 25 and 25. That would have been kind of crazy. So can we win Game 5? We can't. Can we win Game 6? Okay, we can. We do not go to a Game 7. And just like that, we're in the NBA Finals taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Game 5, we lost by 3 in overtime. And Game 6, we ended up blowing them out by 26. Yeah, Zion went off in the conference finals. McCollum had a great series. Ingram struggled a little bit. I mean, McCollum and Ingram were actually pretty much the same. The efficiency wasn't great. But hey, they got the job done. Ty bounced back. Here we are in the finals taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young versus Zion Williamson. Really no comparison or just, I guess, correlation between the two. I don't know why I said that. But we win Game 1. Blow them out. Love blowing out teams in Game 1. Game 2. We do pick up the L. Okay, we lose by 7. Trae Young has 19 assists. We go up 2-1. Come on, give me the same format as this series. Let's go up 3-1. Yes, let's freaking go. We won by 4. Ingram with 27 and 7. Can we win in 5? We can. Let's go. The Pelicans win the 2024 NBA championship. Zion Williamson is your finals MVP. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Just a quick, easy rebuild. I added Derek Lively. I moved on from Devontae Graham. I added Ty and Baycott. I went with I went with Ty and Alvarado over Graham and Lewis. And hey, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt when you're controlling Zion Williamson in 2K. McCollum, I feel like we got the last prime year out of him. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let me know what you guys think down below. This will probably be my last round 1 elimination rebuild. Because yeah, I think you guys have already seen all of them. I am recording this on May 4th. And it was funny. So you guys probably saw 2 days ago the Timberwolves rebuild. I predicted, I think, the series winners. And I didn't, I think, put a disclaimer that I was recording that on May 4th as well. So yeah, those predictions could have just been absolute dog shit. But yeah, the Pelicans definitely going in the right direction. They have a good young core, or they always have good young players. They have good veterans in Valanciunas and McCollum. They have all-star caliber players in Zion when healthy and Brandon Ingram, and they have a load of draft picks. I think the Pelicans will be right back in the mix to make the playoffs next year. And who knows, if this team is fully healthy, they could definitely be a round 2 exit, maybe round 3, but hey, they really need to, I think, ace this offseason. I would like to see an upgrade at the point guard position, but let's find out. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I love you guys. Drop a like if you did enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.